Mines Environmental Compliance Department is the department responsible for enforcing compliance with all environmental laws and obligations in Nigeria regarding mining activities. Mining is generally involved in the extraction of mineral from the earth, and by so doing, it will impact negatively and positively on the surroundings. And that leads to degradation of the environment, the soils, the water, etc. And what our department does is to enforce certain regulatory provisions that ensure that minerals are mined in a sustainable manner in a way that will not impact negatively on the environment. The department enforces compliance with the law, especially by enforcing all the requirements of the mineral title holder. We have the provisions of the law that says that every mineral title holder is to submit environmental impact assessment approved by Federal Ministry of Environment, and also to conclude community development agreement with the host community. All these are to forestall the kind of problem we have in the Niger Delta with regard to oil sector. The department is mandated to enforce compliance of all these requirements and many more. Recently, the ministry sanctioned 213 companies who have violated the law, and the sanction ranges from outright revocation of licenses, even issuance of sole work order, and some other warning which serves as deterrent to others. One of the major aspects of the roadmap is how to prevent and reduce environmental degradation, and also to ensure synergy between the states, local government, and federal government, and other stakeholders in the mining. Our department is very key in the actualization of this roadmap, this aspect of roadmap, because we have a division that is in charge of environmental and social issues. And by way, we organize, monitor, and supervise the production of what we call community development agreement, which aim is to serve as transfer of socio-economic benefit of the mining project to the host community. And in addition to what I've said, you know that normally when there is mining activities, land is disturbed, pits are created, and some even leaves behind some kind of waste. What our department does also is to ensure the reclamation of these sites, and must also, when the company is about to leave, they do what they call the commissioning and the restoration of the site. Recently, we have conducted a lot of reclamation projects, which involves the one done in Plateau State, in Ebonyi State, in Bauchi State, Kano State, etc., all to restore the land to the original status as it was before the mining activities. My department does that to ensure that the environment is preserved. The Mines Environmental Compliance Department strictly enforces the provisions of the EIA, usually approved by Federal Ministry of Environment. I may also know the next year approves environmental audit, which is also enforced by the department, especially in all mining activities or mining projects across the country. There is this a mechanism provided by Section 19 of the Nigerian Minerals and Mining Act, which is the MEREMCO, State Mineral Resources and Environmental Management Committee. The aim is to forestall or to ensure synergy between the state, federal, and local government in areas of mining that happens in their jurisdiction. What I'm trying to say here is that the committee is established in every state of the federation. The idea is to create a kind of rapport such that if somebody wants a license, for example, and it has to do on issue on the grant of C of O and etc., an area of demarcation, the State Surveyor General is a member of the committee, the State Minister of Environment is a member of the committee, The Federal Ministry of Environment is a member of the committee, and our ministry also is a member of the committee. They form a form of synergy to ensure that there is orderly implementation of all that it takes in the issuance of licenses, in conflict resolution, in compensation issue, and many other things, which has been applauded by many to be one of the best. Unfortunately, such committees are not very vibrant in all the states of the Federation, and that is what the roadmap seeks to address also, by reactivating the committee to make sure that it's able to perform its statutory roles. I use this opportunity to tell all investors, both local and foreign, to work in a way that it will promote sustainable mineral development. As we know, Nigeria is highly endowed with mineral resources, but then the maximal benefit of this endowment can only be achieved or achievable when we do it according to the stipulations of the law. We have a very good set of law which has been adjudged by both the international and the local organizations to be very, very satisfactory in terms of environmental sustainability. And we invite all the investors to take advantage of this to make sure that when they get their license from Mining Cadastral Office, the next place of call should be the Mines Environmental Compliance Department, where they can be properly guided on what the law says. And all these laws are also in the web. We have our newly produced handbook, which stipulates all what's required. In fact, the handbook, with the acquisition of the handbook, if any investor that lays hand on the handbook gets all the laws regarding the environmental issues and social issues in the country, and it will be able to guide them appropriately. When they make call to us here, we're also able to guide them as to how they can work in a sustainable manner, in a way that will make them to be friendly to the environment and friendly to the local communities, so that they can work without any hindrances.